Hello friends, my name is Koolio and welcome back to the channel. Today guys, we're taking a first look impressions video for a brand new waifu collector game called Ark Order that just released in Korea. Now before we get into this video, if you like this video, make sure to hit that like button. It helps out a whole bunch of you guys. As well, if you're brand new to the channel, consider subscribing so that you can stay up to date in the latest in mobile gaming. Alright, let's go ahead and check out Ark Order. Okay, so here we are in the game, Ark Order. This is going to look very familiar to anybody that's ever played a waifu collector game. Now, I have to personally say there isn't really a whole lot of things that make this game stand out as compared to other waifu collector games. However, I do think this is a fantastic RPG to play and try out, specifically if you like to collect waifus. What we're going to do is we're going to jump straight into the battle. Now, when it comes to the battle system in this game, I do think the actual battle stuff is a lot of fun. There's a lot of strategy behind it. It's a turn-based, tactical style of a waifu RPG. However, there's kind of a little bit of a twist on top of that, where as you're going through the story, you actually move your characters around, fighting off against certain bad guys in sort of an overworld style of view. It doesn't really lend a whole bunch of, how do I say this, improvement to it? I don't know. Like, uniqueness to it, but it is, I haven't seen it in another waifu collector like that. I mean, each waifu has like their own little gimmicks to it, you know, like boats and overworld maps and zones and shooting and stuff. This one, it's kind of got this open world-esque style. It's not really open world, but like this open map that you can move around and fight against other enemies. Now, I can't go down in this area because the clouds are blocking it, so it means I actually have to take down this enemy up here first before I'm allowed to progress in this area. Now, I know with a lot of these waifu RPGs, a lot of people enjoy the auto gameplay behind it because it's all about collecting new heroes, powering them up, upgrading them, putting them on your team, and then just kind of plowing through the next area, right? With this one, however, you can't, at least I haven't unlocked it yet, there isn't like an auto movement on the overworld style stuff, but there is auto combat. Now, before we actually jump into this map right here, when it comes to your overall team, you have a total of 6 waifus. You got 3 main ones that are the first ones that will be attacking. However, if any of them fall in combat, your 3 backups will come in and replace their spot later. You've also got formations that you can select that will come in handy a little bit later down the line as you unlock more and more of them. Right now, I've only got a total of 2. So you can see how they're kind of like set up. I'm personally going to go with this one because I've got my 2, well, my first, actually all 3 of these ones are some of my favorites, but I actually just got a brand new waifu that I'm excited to show you guys. But I haven't, well, I should have added her to my team, but I hadn't yet, so you have to add them before you jump into the overworld map area, because once you jump into it, you can't jump out of it and edit your team and stuff like that until you've beaten that area. Now, when you're in a combat situation like this, there is an elemental system. Rock beats water, water beats fire, fire beats wind, wind beats rock. You know, you've seen that before in a lot of these games. However, this game has a really fun little like turn-based combat style. So what I can do is I can tap on these abilities that I've got down here at the bottom, and it will show me like who it's going to affect. Is it going to do damage? Is it going to do healing based off of the icons? So I've got like a little tiny sword icon next to this one that I just tapped right there. If I go ahead and hit OK, she will now attack the people in the far back. This one right here, I have a magical ability, a magical damaging ability, or I've got a healing ability. Now, I don't know what the healing ability does if it's targeting the enemy, but let's go ahead and just jump off with that one. And then we've got our final one right here. We'll activate that ability. So here we go. Here's some of the animations that my characters are going to kind of go through. Now, if I wanted to, I could click the play button up at the top right and have auto combat turned on. But I'm just going to show you guys some of the main combat first before we actually jump in and show you, before I kind of turn on the auto combat from here. So let's go ahead and activate a couple more of these abilities. I don't know exactly what all of them do because it is in Korean, but to be honest, if you're going to be playing this game, you're not playing it for the language, you're not playing it for the combat, you are playing it to collect beautiful waifus to add to your collection. And I think this is going to be one of those games that kind of maybe doesn't reach the same pinnacle as games like Azure Lane or Girls Frontline, but I definitely think it's going to be a game that a lot of people who like that specific type of genre are going to really enjoy. So let's go ahead and see if we can't finish these guys off fairly quickly. Boom, single target damage attack. She is my personal favorite. She looks amazing. And I do have to say, they have some absolutely incredible looking waifus in this game. Now, the chibi art is going to be divisive for some people. At first, I didn't really enjoy it. Like, I don't know why, but there's some chibi art that looks good and some that doesn't. But I've actually kind of grown used to it. So let's go ahead and finish off this person real quick. and finish off this match, and then we'll go ahead and back up a little bit and show you some of the really cool stuff when it comes to the waifus in this game. Because there is one thing in particular that there's two things in particular that I really, really like about this game. And I think a lot of other people are going to really like it too. So we just took her down. Now, as you play through these stages, by the way, there is a chance that you'll actually collect brand new waifus for free. Look, I actually just got one right there. Welcome to the team. I kind of wish there was an English translation of the name so I knew the names of these different characters, but I'll get over it. You know, it's all about which ones you like looking at, pretty much. This is just telling me, do you want to lock this character down so you don't accidentally sell it or use it? I'm going to go ahead and just hit no. And then it unlocks the new area so I can continue to move my way through until I eventually get to the boss. Now, I'm actually going to go ahead and head back home. This character right here on the main screen, she's the brand new character that I just unlocked, and I think she is super cool looking. But she gets cooler looking as you progress her. Now, this is one of the things I absolutely love about this game, is that there's actual visual progression for the waifus. Now, I haven't figured out exactly how to unlock it, but it looks like as you progress your waifus, upgrading them, their actual look will change. So if you click on this little pink shirt right here, it'll bring up the visual progression of that character. So some of them are very subtle, but the final appearance is amazing. So the second one right here, you may not be able to see a little bit of a change, but it adds some like flaring or lighting effects to her cape. This next one right here adds some torn leggings and some more like embroiderment lines, whatever you want to call it. And then the final one adds these super sweet, I don't even know what you want to call them, blade things that are floating in the air behind her. But I love the fact that this game has visual progression as well as you can hide the user interface so that you can take a look at your character. You can zoom in, you can see the whole art detail. That's what we love in our waifu games. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other characters. Now, this one is my personal favorite. This one and, well, the two, these are my favorites because I think they look amazing. Let's look at her visual progression. So the second tier adds a little bit of some metal, some armor onto her character. This one adds a little bit of armor kind of around the waist, and then the final one adds some cool flaring effects around her character. I think it looks amazing. It makes the characters, I just absolutely love it. I figured some of you guys would love that too, so I wanted to show you. I'll show you guys one more. The character that I picked when I first got into it was this one. I personally thought those were spirit dragons, but I'm pretty sure they're water dragons. But I like to think they're spirit dragons. So let's go ahead and take a look at her visual progression, because hers is very subtle starting off, but then once you unlock the final form, you can tell she's going to be a bad A. Boom, she's got like these giant mega dragons. She's just smiling. She's like, whatever, I'm going to kill you with my dragons. So I don't know. I really like that. So that was a lot of fun. Now, one of the other things that is super, super cool about this game, and I don't think I've ever seen it in a waifu game like this before, is this sort of stat progression system. Now, I've seen it where like you can sort of re-roll stats for a character, and when you get certain ones that you like, you can kind of lock them down and then continue to re-roll other stats. This one, however, is if you've got a whole bunch of fodder characters that you don't want to use anymore, you can actually sacrifice them to increase specific stats for specific characters. So if I click on this plus button up here, let's go ahead and select a couple of our waifus. Now let's say for this character, maybe I want to build sort of a tank. Maybe I want her to be pretty beefy when we go into battle. Let's go ahead and drop a couple of these defensive characters, hit OK, and then we'll go ahead and increase her defensive abilities and capabilities. So go ahead and hit yes, and now her stats have increased just a little bit, and I really like that. Maybe I want to go in and add some damage. So do I have a damaging character I can use? I don't think I do. I have a couple that are locked down. Maybe I want some health. Actually, I don't want to use that because I think this character right here, I'm pretty sure is used for some kind of end game progression stuff, but I don't want to waste it. So maybe we'll use this character to increase the health. Hit OK, and then boom, a little bit right there. And I really like that kind of stat progression for these characters. It's something that I personally would love to min-max for certain characters, and I think a lot of you guys are going to like it too. So with this game out of the way, or with that out of the way, there is a lot of other stuff that you've seen in other waifu collectors. There's kind of like a home building base where your characters will give you prizes as they kind of chill in their home. There's some passive coins and passive energy that you can collect. There's missions that you can send them on to collect materials and bring it back to you. There's quests that you can complete to get a bunch of prizes, summoning tickets, and stuff like that. And this game is very generous. There's also some equipment items that you can get for your characters. But I know why you guys are all here. If you're here to watch a waifu game, it's all about the summoning. So let's go ahead and head on over. So I've got 14 summoning tickets. And we're going to go and do 4 of them right now. And then we'll do our 10-time summon. So here we go. Our very first one is a little Angel. Welcome to the team, Angel. I wish I knew what your English name was, but I apologize. I'm not gonna shield you down. I'm only gonna lock down like the super rare ones because I don't want to accidentally get rid of those ones. Next up, we've got someone with a spear. Ooh, she's cool looking. Dang, she's super cool looking. I like her outfit. We're definitely gonna lock her down. I'm gonna lock down the ones I think are really cool, and then we'll go and take a look at some of their visual progression too. So, next up, our third summon is a new. Oh wait, no, we just got her. Didn't we just get her? I don't think she's brand new. Okay, and then we got one more. It's gonna be a basic rare. Now I don't know what the summoning rates are. We could try to look for some. Okay, we just got a duplicate of her, which is fine because we can use that to enhance other characters. Let's see, this might have, oh, okay, 5% chance for an ultra rare, which is actually pretty generous. I feel like a lot of the great waifu games have about a 5% chance to get the ultra rare characters, which is pretty good, especially for games like this that are actually really generous. Here we go for our very first 10-time summon. I don't know if it's gonna show us, like, if we're gonna get like the super rare character off the bat, or whatever animations are going on. We got some dual, oh, nice, okay, cool. So we got a duplicate of her. I really, really like her. We got another SR character, which is brand new. She's got, what is that, like a robotic shield or something behind her? Yes, we're gonna lock her down. We just got a new, I'm gonna say a maid. She can help clean up the house and take care of all the other waifus. We're gonna lock her down. No, we're not. Okay, she's super cool looking. I like her. I don't know what her name is. I'm gonna call her silver-haired vampire chick. But she's got elf ears, so she could be a I don't know. Vampires have elf ears, right? Next up, we got the wielding hammer little lolly who's gonna kick everyone's butts. You always gotta have one of those in one of these games. Lock her down. I will not. We got another SR staff wielding mage girl, pink or green ribbons in her hair. No. We got another version of her, and she's super cool. We got another Wow, we've actually got a lot of SRs. I'm surprised we've got a bunch of SRs so far. She's brand new. She looks like she's got ice powers. We are gonna lock her down. We've got another new SR character. Looks like she's gonna be a lot of fun. A lot of like a really energetic character, and we got another one of her, and I think that was it. So we got a total of 10. Wow, we got a total of 5 SR characters. We didn't get a UR character, but we did get a whole bunch of SR characters, which is great. That was actually pretty awesome. We might have gotten some. Let's see if we have any new summoning tickets. I like to just maybe do one more summon, you know? You never know. We might get lucky. We might not get lucky. This is just some of the quest stuff that I was able to unlock. Let's grab some of those. Now, leveling up your characters actually in this game, you use crystals that you get from playing through the game to level them up. It's not simply just like as you defeat levels, you get... Actually, I think you might get a little bit of experience, but most of it comes from these crystals that you can collect from questing and from accomplishing different achievements. Do I have any summoning tickets? Let's see. I want to see if we have any summon. Oh wait, this means all of them right here. So I think that's kind of it. But let's go ahead and take a look at one of those new characters that I think is really cool looking. She was she was right here. Let's see if she's got visual progression. She does. So the second tier looks like this. She has kind of like a headdress, a little bit of armor around the wrist, and some armor around the chest. And then the third one, let me click on it, adds just a little bit more armor and some design to her dress. And then her final one just adds a little flame ribbon. Now, we did get a couple of new SR characters, and I think the SR characters are the ones that have the more distinct visual progression for them. Let's do her. She was kind of fun. Let's see. So the second one adds some armor around her arms, armor around the head, and then the final one adds a little bit of flames. Okay, pretty cool. Well, guys, there you guys go. That is Ark Order. I'll make sure I have a link down below for those of you guys that want to try it out. If you guys enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps us out. Also, comment down below your thoughts on the game. Which one of the waifus was your personal favorite? If you know their names, let me know down below. Also, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing so that you can stay up to date in the latest in mobile gaming. All right, friends, I'll see you next time.